In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use ggplot2 to create a histogram. And the dataset that I'm going to use I've already loaded in, and that's the Hollywood Movies 2011 dataset. You can load in your own dataset or find this dataset in the Log5 data package if you don't have access to the course webpage. So the first thing we need to do is load the ggplot2 library, which provides all of the functionality we want for plotting. And now we actually have to draw a histogram. And recall that in a ggplot2 graphic, you build it in layers. So the next three lines are building this plot in layers. The first line here tells ggplot what dataset we're working with. And we end this line with a plus to say that we're going to add a layer after this. The second line adds the histogram geometry to this, which is how we actually construct a histogram. And histograms just need one variable fed in. That's why the mapping is as you see here. So the mapping is equal to AES, which remember stands for aesthetics, and we just need an X variable to display along the horizontal axis. In this case, we're looking at the budget of a movie. And you can specify your bin width for a histogram by using this bin width argument, and it's good to experiment with different bin widths. Finally, I'm going to add one extra layer to this plot, and it's going to change the X label. And that's because the budget is in millions of dollars, and so it's good to add that type of information so that your reader can see that. Now we'll run these three lines and see what happens. So now you're going to notice that we get this histogram. The bin width is 10, and maybe you could argue that you want to change that. So let's just change that to 25. Remember, that would be 25 million. We can run this again, and we see how easy it is to change the bin width and render a histogram. One last thing I'll mention is that you'll see these warning messages that are printing down here. And what happened there is that there are a couple movies that didn't have budgets entered into this data set. And so ggplot2 is going to remove those missing values first, and it's telling you that with this warning message. So this is how you create a histogram in R for one quantitative variable.